Hello, everybody. Today, we're going to be playing another game of City Skylines. I know how much you guys like it because 70 views in a day. Are you serious? That is a lot of views for one video in one day. So, let's get right into it. I'm simply going to cut to when I get into the city because, you don't really want to have this type of stuff over and over again. So, I'll see you there. Okay, so I'm back, and I don't need you, so let's just start from where we last left off. You see, our beautiful Shoe Rock Park has become a profitable park and 2 stars. We also have crime. There's literally no water in some houses, and we. How are we supposed to solve this? Oh, wait, we're supposed to get one of these. Ah, there's the solution. Is this slightly misaligned in a way that I have to fix? Of course! Um. Who cares? Who cares, actually? If you just do bending and then put it like that, it won't matter. It just looks different. So, beautiful Shoe Rock Park. We're gonna have to do some road refinements because, well, it already looks a bit disgusting. It's a bit of an eyesore to have not any curving. Curvings are actually quite cool, if you ask me. And there you go. There might be a little bit of a strange curve, but I think that's fine because does anybody is anybody ever gonna use this part? Personally, I think not. Personally, this is just going to be a commercial zone around this area over here, surrounding the industrial zone. But that's about it. And then you see there's these roads. You could keep building these roads. And I'm not so sure how we're supposed to make the downtown since there is literally no space that we can expand to other than this way, which would cost a lot of money, or this way, which isn't really a feasible idea in my opinion. So I'll just keep building grids and then we'll just find out and see what happens. Boring, boring, boring. Yeah, I don't think any of you would like me to talk like this forever. So usually what I'm gonna do for the next few videos is I'm gonna have a sort of cinematic mode where you can fly over the city interactively. So you can see the entire city just like when I saw in my last video. And then you zoom out. Of course, there's not really a way to gain population with low density because I turned on realistic population. Supposedly, it's actually supposed to have much more people, but since we're not supposed to have it because there's not enough space for it, I'm just gonna build like this in, and this is just gonna be where all the shielding is. Shielding from the river. Of course, you need a levee. A levee will protect you from the river, but we don't have enough people for anything. So do we need any education? Of course we need education. And then a high school. A high school would be nice. And then parks. Like the best park I know that isn't a park life area is the bouncy castle. The bouncy castle has a huge range, but also gives a lot of leisure to places. So this is gonna allow us to hear things. Of course, I'm going to have to put the volume back up to basically half and the ambient volume to half. So now you can perfectly hear things. There's upgrades and things. Yeah, maybe put the volume down a little bit more. You're not gonna hear it that much, but hey, it's still a good ambient thing to have. And these roads and these highways. It feels a bit boring and empty sometimes when you have things that are empty. But hey, at least it has some sort of use. And look at that, so many people are upgrading. It's crazy. 2,000 people already. What newly unlocked service? Oh, we get a stadium, and then we have a bunch of these things, but I don't think anybody's gonna come here for that. Of course nobody's gonna come. So I'm just gonna lay down this stuff. We could build some park lines and things. We now have some more buildings. We have park chessboard, and we have two different versions of these, but since we can't put them, that's okay. And here are the policies. Animal ethics. Boost the entertainment effect of the zoo buildings, which we don't need. Advertisement campaign draws 20% more visitors for 200. We don't need that. We don't have that many people. Main park, because it doesn't cost anything. Celebrate, because it doesn't cost anything. Costs 50 a week, but it could draw 30% more visitors during nighttime. I'll do that. Even more fun. Nope, that's amusement. And that's how many things we need for this specific area. Isn't that fun? The Shoe Rock Park. In the thriving city of Tylerton. Wait, a new piece of land? Oh, wait, that's just the same thing. But we can expand to the left. And now we have so much more land to expand to. And we even have land to get all the way up here. So our grid can continue this way. Not so sure how this is gonna work, but now we have a nice little grid pattern that we can follow. And keep growing, because of course you're gonna need something to keep growing it. It's not exactly the best grid, but it totally works. If it works, it's fine by me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And you know what? Just call it. I'm gonna call it a day when I've already reached the point where the main boulevard even though it curves, it still has that type of road. So we have these grids and we just keep building them. There was actually a saying of one of the videos I watched about City Skylines that there's two versions of the city you built. One of them is the first one, designed to make as much money as possible. And the second is your dream city, meant to draw in all the tourists and other things that you haven't done in the first half. But I think this is going to be a combination of the two, because actually I can make the central city slowly better over time. Not so sure how that's going to happen, but it does. And, oh, 69, nice. Residential, residential, residential. I'm not so sure how happy they'd be to live right next to a highway, but let's see what happens. Fishing industry introduces fish farms and fishing harbors. Where are you? Ah, here. So we can get some shellfish, some tuna, and we have salmon too. Huh, this is actually good. This is actually a good tuna space. It flows downwards, so you're not really able to make any sort of stuff here because there's so much pollution. But I think we're totally fine on that case because nothing's really coming out. Oh, Boomtown. New areas, 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers. Airport areas, transport. Ooh, transport. Ferry, walk tours, bus tours, post service. High ticket prices, free Wi-Fi, recycling, recreational use, and a bunch of highways. Cool. We can finally start building highways because, you see, this one junction isn't ever going to be enough. And nope, there's not enough power. And I'm already spending the money that we just created. We are barely making anything right now. Although, there's actually a really good way to make money. We just have to wait. We have to get a bus depot. And because of the one of the mods I installed, you can make the high ticket prices, which would equal $5 a ticket, which is crazy, you know? Oh, and hey, look at that. Our first bit of action in this sleepy little town of sleepy little town. It's not so sleepy anymore, isn't it? But first I gotta put the side area. Oh, shut up. Yeah. And then we can curve it a little bit. And there you go. We got True Rock Park. Our first little city park thing. And then we could extend this road. I want to have a city where there's tons of little details on the city, because that would make it so much more relatable. Like if you built things and then there's some types of mistakes. I want to build a city that has mistakes, but not too many of them. You see these industrial areas? They're beautiful. Okay, it just won't do anything. So let's just leave it like that. Who cares? It's perfectly imperfect. And it also makes for some kind of strange intersections like these. And then some strange grids like these, where the road just kind of makes no sense. Although I do like this main road, so I'm gonna upgrade it to a, what's this? 4-lane road, supports medium traffic. I'm so sorry for cutting. It's just that suddenly I pressed either the 1 or the 2 button, and because my OBS is set so that the hotkeys and stuff literally just shut it down, it was black for 5 whole minutes. So basically, to catch you up, I got this junction finished. I made some bus stops on the route, and I'm trying to make a ton of money here. Not working right now, but it will later. So, 30 demand. Where should we build it? Oh, I know. We should build it right here. This should be the rich people's place. You know, where all the rich people hang out. And they work, they go to work, and they play, and then they do stuff. So basically a suburban American town in a very, very small island. You got this stuff, and you can make some commercial and some residential. Wow. Come on. Come on. Please don't tell me there's any warnings. But there you go. Oh, wow, so scenic. Oh my gosh. There's actually a good mod that I installed. It's really cool. It's the concrete highway mod. So what it does is it just makes the roads look better. So you see these highways? They've turned into this. And now you can have a much better scenic view of our beautiful city of Tylerton. There you go. Build some more. And there you go. You've got this beautiful town that I think is pretty much in the middle of nowhere, to be honest. And it looks a bit beautiful, but we could do better. We could do better. Let's expand to the other side of this quaint little area here. Note that I had to stop the recording because my hotkey was also page down, which is the same thing for going down the elevation in this thing. So what I'm gonna do is from now on, I'm gonna try and make sure that I actually don't pause the video on accident just because of some weird simple mistake that I made when I was starting to make videos. I might have to fix this soon. But you have this beautiful town in the middle of nowhere, and it's quite gorgeous. And now I'm flipping the grid backwards and forwards for no reason other than yes, we do indeed exist. And we makes the worst grids ever. Now imagine that as an advertisement. Just say, we suck, and you know it. It's like, we suck, and you know it. And we don't care because we're just gonna keep building the same stuff anyway. Hey, we're beautiful, and you know it. You're gonna like it. And the people would be in pain. Why is this road layout so ugly? Well, because I had to build it with an ad without a script. Like, my other cities are much more beautiful, but I don't think any of you would like to endure what I had to do. So let's just create a small but thriving suburban area. Wouldn't that be nice? You have these roads. Oh, come on. You have these roads. You have this beautiful layout. Oh, and we're in need of garbage dump. We need a garbage dump. Do we already have a garbage dump? No, we don't have a garbage dump. That's actually quite amusing. So here's a garbage dump, and we're out of money. Hooray! What do we need to cut our money on? Actually, nothing. It seems that we're totally fine. What can we do to make money? So we have this industrial area. We could maybe make an industrial area over here just because it has some fertile materials that we could do things with. And like that. It would just make it go straight. And then assign it like this. Smith Center. Nah, I'm just gonna call it Fertile Grounds. Fertile Grounds, definitely better than whatever I just named over. Ah, why do we keep running out of money? I'm just gonna have to keep making this go faster so that we can just do nothing. But then again, look at all this beautiful scenery. We've made a ton of money in just a short run, although only 13 people have came here. What else can we do to make this place popular? Oh, we could build a very, very tiny bus line, just connecting up the parts and stuff. And then like this, and then come on, like this. And then now you can have a nice little scenic line just going through, just so that you can make sure that we're making slightly more money. And we have a second place to... Come on! Come on, I know you can do it. Use specific config, and you charge the price for $5. And now everybody's supposedly going to board the bus, so now you make slightly more money than usual. And hey, we've already gotten the amount of money required. Isn't that great? Space already occupied, what do you mean? This abomination will now exist from therefore. 18,000? That's a backbreaking amount of money. I'm gonna raise taxes. I don't care what you say, I'm going to raise taxes. Because this stuff is expensive, I just realized. What's the next one? Busy Town, 4,600. We could get a lot of new things. Is there like anything that could make more money? Oh, new piece of land. Ah, no, I don't want new pieces of land because that would just drain the money out of our already poor economy. So, what else are we gonna do? We're gonna build roads. Just lots and lots of roads so that we can finish our second version of our city. And now we've got this really weird layout where there's just a ton of random grids assigned to nothing. And I mean nothing. Huh, that's actually only slightly less aligned than I thought. And you have these highways and these roads and this nice little area. And you have this, and then go down like this. And there you go. Wait, only 22. How are we losing people? Our demand is slumping. What are we supposed to do? Nothing? You know what? Let's just sit back here, relax, and enjoy, and look at the scenery. There's this video. There's. Oh no, a house is on fire. Call the fire department. Uh, uh, Residential buildings on fire. What are you doing? What are you? Oh, finally, firefighter. Extinguishing fire. Look at this fire truck, fireman. Just the fireman. I'm just going here, and it takes me 5 hours just to get to some random place that I don't care about, and they pay me for it. There we go. Let's build like a road like this, maybe, and then you have these dirt roads that I could possibly build. This city is actually coming along quite nicely. It really does resemble some sort of North American city that you would come to. There we go. It's just simple. It's really simple how I'm building this city. The grid pattern is actually quite mesmerizing. It's just tons and tons of flat, open land in the middle of nowhere. And I believe that's actually quite a good thing. So what can we raise stuff on in order to make more money? So we have fire department, healthcare, garbage. Well, I don't think any of them will actually help us in the future. The only thing I think will help us is our capabilities for elementary. And we don't have any money. Can we pay off anything yet? Yes, we can. So we'll take a loan to pay off a loan, and then, hey, presto, new elementary school. Um, and then, come on, I just want to produce stuff. It's absolutely crazy how much it requires to produce things. Come on, come on. Ah, why is it so expensive? So expensive. Like, sometimes I can't believe some recordings that take me only 30 minutes to do just end up on YouTube and then getting like 70 views. Like, yesterday, I gained 300 views for a single video that I actually created in June. That's just crazy, and the views are just blowing up. So thank you so much for the support on that video. And right here. Okay, which one's cheaper? Actually, none of them are cheaper. We can customize it. So here's an orange, and here's a pear. And now we just got this peaceful little town in the middle of nowhere. It almost feels kind of a bit better than this area, since we're not getting any demand for anything. Why is nobody moving? Nobody moving in. Wait, let me check the city statistics. population changes. Birth rate, death rate. So what's happening? Birth rate is that, death rate is that, population changes, and then influx. Oh, that's actually stranger than I thought. I thought people would actually be moving in here, but it seems that no one is really moving in. We just gotta wait for the demand to come up again, and then we'll finally have the opportunity to make more things happen. Also, why is there a school bus? No, no, no. I want a simple bus. Yeah, I want you all to downgrade into buses so that so we can make more money. I mean, make it more efficient. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly what I was about to say. Okay, small animal pasture. Cool. What's the small animal pasture for? I'm gonna say cows. You know, you love your cows. Do we have any sort of silo for this? Actually, yes, we do. 7,000 for 2 tiles? That's insane. Is there any way to make more money? Um, no. No. The answer was just simply no. How's Shoe Rock Park doing? Uh, barely making money. Barely. We literally just made 2 lines just for this stuff. Just so that we could link this place to the other place. Come on, we just need more for the park main gate. The park main gate needs so many more people. And we're still upgrading for no reason. They're usually upgrading from 1 to 1 household. And maybe sometimes 1 to 2 households. It doesn't make any sense. Nobody's moving in. And by the time I say that, I'd already have a silo. A good old silo. Oh, come on. And now we have this balance mode. So now these people are going to come here, they're going to store cross, and then they're going to put it into the animal pasture. Still not enough raw materials. It's kind of beautiful, sitting on a ledge. Superstitious too. And wait, why is wait, I'm gonna go check the density. Which one's density? Density. Come on. You have to be here somewhere. Ah. Yeah, everybody is on either the 2nd level or the 3rd level, which is causing us to have a ton of problems with what we see as the city. There's a lot of buildings here and there, and I just didn't notice the fact that this thing's been barely growing. But what I'm more sure is I'm going to build a district, and I'm gonna call it Old Town because, you know, 1 city is usually 2 cities, but you just don't realize it until it's too late. So let's just build it like this, and come on. You know, this could actually be a lot of people in the future. So let's just. You are now 4th called Tylerton. There's a total of 1,778 workers in this one area. That's actually surprising, given the fact that there is 976 adults in this city alone. A rapidly growing city. Tylerton did a good job, and you see these beautiful, beautiful highways, roads, shops, buildings, and it's this beautiful area, and of course this beautiful, and I mean beautiful farm is pretty nice, and You know what? Let me just take a picture of that. That is actually quite nice. And our bustling industrial area and good old Shoe Rock Park. Shoe Rock Park. What is it with the water works? Showering with bottled water is getting a bit expensive. Well, yeah, no stuff. You got this huge line everywhere. We built the district. We made a rich area, which, by the way, isn't even that rich. The richest part is actually in the center of the city. And I believe this is going to be where I leave off. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.